work. I love that.
Here we go for round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Good counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every switch.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Beautiful counter shot. Hold it right there. Lerone Richards in trouble here. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Good work out there. It's
Mistakes, and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
a great work. Stay focused. Don't move back into the fight. Great work.
Don't worry about that one. Don't worry about it.
On to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You'd like to see more jabs. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That jab doesn't score. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and then...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
It's been a tough round.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Richards in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt. Meg looks...
Back at it in round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
action, and they are giving us action. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain, man.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Counter punches have to hurt. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on.
On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That counter shot lands. That counter punch caught him clean. Good one. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Well done with that counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Lerone Richards in trouble here. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Green Days now needs to steady.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Richards in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something different?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
You don't lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've let him
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, breathe. Just get your breath back. Just keep him on the end.
There's the bell to start round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's being hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Both men step back for just a moment. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. People talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Punch, counter punch. Another scoring shot there. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Just missed with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Richards in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose.
Round 7, here we go. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice counter. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They both want the knockout. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter lands. The stamina is off the charts. Deciding to let it all hang. Did you see that? Lerone Richards in trouble here. And Richards just got buzzed. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
I've got to see that again.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.